What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing here, back with another video. And in today's video, guys, we are here with another Duet Abyss video. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be discussing the gear system that Duet Abyss actually adopted from Warframe. We're going to be talking about exactly, all the ins and outs of it. I got to play obviously the CBT 1 and 2 in the past, and so I've gotten a grasp of like what the system kind of is, and it's pretty much just Warframe's gear system. And so what we're going to do in today's video, guys, I'm going to show you guys some of what the kind of gear system looks like in the actual closed betas that I recorded, and then we'll also talk about how that kind of compares to Warframe and how similar it actually is. So if you guys do enjoy videos like this, man, definitely make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, as we're on the road to that 2,000 subscribers, guys. We're at 1,200 subs on the channel. We've been grinding a ton as of late. I've been pumping out a bunch of videos here, and yeah, I'm looking forward to the game's release. So yeah, with that out of the way, man, let's hop in and let's talk about the actual gear system itself. Alright, guys, so as you can see right here, this is a clip that I actually got from my video that I have posted on the channel. You guys can actually check out this video. It's called the closed beta 1 pretty much review, so you can actually check out that video. I do talk about the gear system in that video as well, but you guys can see right here, this is just kind of like an image of what the gear system does look like. But you guys will see here that there's 4 different slots here. There's a middle slot right here, and then there's A, B, and C, which is like your kind of loadouts, right? So yeah, in the game you have different types of kind of slots here. So this one says wings +5, this is volition +5, and each of them are gonna have a different stat. I'm gonna actually let the video play here. I have it muted, but I'm gonna let the video play to see if I actually do show anything on the like kind of stats on them. Yeah, so this is a good example right here. So these phoenix wings right here, or this like piece of gear specifically, is actually gonna give you max sanity, which is your energy in the game. It's so you're able to use abilities. And you guys can see right here on the right side of the screen, you have the stat kind of sheet here. So it tells you your skill damage, your skill range, skill duration, your skill efficiency, and it's going to tell you like your max sanity as well. So because I do have this like phoenix wing kind of mod slot on, it's actually going to increase the max amount of sanity that I have on this character by 50%. So that's just kind of like an example of like, a little bit of the gear itself, guys. And yeah, I mean, also another thing I do mention here is you can see the little like slot in the top right corner of the little like gear piece. It's actually called a polarity in Warframe. I forget exactly what it's called in Duet Abyss, but pretty much the way it works is that each gear piece is going to have a different type, and you can actually make it so that when you put that exact polarity, it's going to have the amount that it actually costs to put the mod on. So I don't know if I actually show it here. Yeah, so I kind of do show it a little bit. I think I removed my camera as well. Yeah, right here you can see add a track for the slot. So that's pretty much the polarity. So if I was to add one of these slots here on one of these gear piece slots, it would actually have the amount if I equip a gear piece that has that kind of symbol on it. So as you guys can see here on the wings one, I have the kind of R symbol, and so because I have the R symbol, this one actually originally cost 14 or even 15, and now it's actually only gonna cost 7 because of the fact that it's on the exact same I guess track slot is what they call it, or polarity slot. So that is actually very, very cool. And so yeah, that is pretty much the kind of polarity system itself. And then yeah, going back to the gear here, I guess I actually show an example here. Actually, this is really good, so you guys will see an example. So here, let me actually play the video here so you guys can see it. But I do show an example here where I grab this piece of gear right here. So I'm gonna remove my camera again. You can see this one is the exact same slot as this right here, the Sky Loom. You can see that this one does have the little like kind of Y symbol. This one also for the tolerance / track actually does have the little Y symbol as well. And so because this costs 16 to actually put on my mods, when I actually equip it here, it's gonna cost 8 because it's cutting it in half. And so that's kind of how the gear system works in this game, guys. So I'll just let this play out here so you guys can see when I drag it on and I replace this kind of slot right here, it's gonna have the exact same polarity. So I put it on and we replace it with that one right there, and boom, as you guys can see, it says 8 now, and it actually did increase my stats now for what this was providing, which what was it providing again? What was it providing? So it was skill duration and then lowering range. So this is like I forget what they call it in Warframe, but there are mods like this in Warframe 2 where it's like +1 stat and then minus another stat. But that's pretty much like the basis of like what this is all about, guys, in terms of the actual gear system. So I'm actually open up Warframe here now, and I'm going to show you guys the gear system in Warframe and how similar it actually is to Duet Abyss. So if I was to go to, let's go to a character actually, let's go to a character. This will be a good way to kind of show it. So if I go to my Ember Prime here, right, this is a very similar look to what I had with the thing that I was showing just now with Duet Abyss. And so as you guys can see on Warframe, instead of having one like slot here for the middle, so I'll go back to the image that I had here, you can see that they only have one slot in the middle for your main like slot track. On Warframe, they actually have two slots here, so they have one on the top right and then one here, and then they do have the exact same amount of 8 total slots for the main amount that you're gonna have. So you can see here that there's 4 on this side, 4 on this side, and then you do have a total amount in the middle. When if we look at Warframe, we do also have a total amount of 74 on the actual slot itself. So I only have 2 space on my capacity remaining out of 74. So yeah, that's pretty much how like it works in Warframe, and it's just exactly like Duet Abyss, guys. I mean, looking at this screen right here, it's literally the same. It tells you your ability duration, ability efficiency, ability range, ability strength. If you go back to Duet Abyss, it tells you the exact same thing. You know, skill damage, which is your ability strength. You have your skill range, which is ability range. You have skill duration, right? And then skill efficiency. So all these stats are even translated from Warframe. They're actually the same on Duet Abyss as well. And so yeah, I mean, you guys can kind of see how similar the games are in terms of how they, you know, do their modding system. And you can also see that they have 3 configs just like on Duet Abyss, because it says A, B, and C. You can see here A, B, and C for each of the configs. So yeah, it's very, very similar. Warframe does have a little bit more like into it in terms of like, you know, arcanes and stuff. I'm not gonna delve into that because I don't think Duet Abyss is really doing that yet. At least, you know, from what I've seen from the closed betas, they have not given us any sign of like doing like arcanes, which are like, you know, pretty much extra passive buffs on top of your mod slots and all of that. So yeah, but other than that though, guys, it's very similar, right? Like if we go to what's like the mod that I was showing in this one, so it was what? So they have attack and skill duration. So in Warframe, they don't have the exact same like, you know, I guess like yeah, they don't have the exact same like mods themselves, but they definitely do have like duration mods. So like this one as an example here, Augur Message, this one's gonna provide 24% ability duration. So it's very similar to Duet Abyss, where each of the mods are gonna provide a different stat, and there is no like re-rolling on the mods, by the way. That is another thing that I actually forgot to mention. Even on Duet Abyss, all it is you level it up, and whatever stats that they have are the stats that you're going to have for that mod piece. So yeah, right here, as you can see, this Griffin's Blaze, it's actually 30% attack and 10% skill duration. This is at +5, so that's at the max level. That's the stats it's gonna have, and at the lowest level, it's gonna be about half that. So it's gonna be like 15% attack, maybe 5% skill duration. On Warframe, it's the exact same thing. If I take a mod, let's just grab one of my mods here that has like some type of like duration or something. Here, let's grab this base Augur Message. If I actually want to enhance it, I can, oh, here, wait, I gotta grab it again. So if I want to enhance it, I can enhance it, and you can see that the duration will go up, but it will cost a material in game that I would grind out to actually level up the mod, and the actual effect itself is going to be the same, just a stronger version of that, and the amount it's going to cost is going to increase as well. So you guys can see that's pretty much how the modding system works. It is the exact same as Warframe in terms of what they've done, and Duet Abyss has kind of adopted this kind of formula and is putting it for their game as well. So yeah, that is pretty much the modding system just as a base right there, guys. I just wanted to kind of go over it a little bit with you guys so you understand what it's all about. But just know that there is no like RNG rules on your gear. It's not like Genshin Impact where, you know, you have to farm a dungeon just to get a certain like, you know, roll on the actual mod piece or the gear piece itself. In Duet Abyss, you just kind of get it and you're good. You do not have to worry about, you know, the actual like once you get the stat, you're done pretty much, right? Like the moment you unlock a mod piece that has that stat that you need, you just have to level it up and you keep it forever, and you can run it on any you know, I guess like character in the game or any weapon or whatever the case. You can run it on pretty much anything, and so that's pretty much how they're going to be doing it in Duet Abyss, and how they've adopted it from Warframe. So yeah, guys, that is going to be it for the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, but that is going to be it, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.